Hello.
Hello, how are we doing, Ellen?
Doing all right. How are you?
Oh, another beautiful day in the neighborhood.
It's good to hear.
Another beautiful day. Talk to me. What's the good news with you?
Um, well, I did start a new job. Oh my.
Okay. How did Congratulations. How did that work out?
Truthfully, I don't think this job is going to be for me. Um,
Oh,
because I'm a door-to-door salesman and I don't like being the person that everybody hates. It's a bit stressful, but I'm gonna wait it out. I'm gonna do it for a week, and if I'm still not feeling it, then I have another job lined up.
okay. Okay.
I'm gonna give it to.
Um, let's unpack that a little bit, if you don't mind.
Okay.
When you say you don't want to be the person that everybody hates, right? I get that 100%. Um, why do you think that would make you the person everyone hates?
Well, anytime that we've ever had a salesperson show up at our door, it just immediately undoes our day. We My whole family gets frustrated. They're thinking, "Oh, I hate these salespeople always coming to our door and being super pushy." We're in the middle of doing something and then we have to go up and answer the door for this guy trying to sell us something.
Okay.
And I don't
And when
like
you and when the person gets to the door, do they try to sell you something?
At my house, yes, they always do. And if we tell them we're not interested, then they keep trying to push and push and push, and it's just it's very negative. And I
Okay.
don't like being the person that walks up to the door and is trying to push some sale onto somebody that they may not necessarily have the means for or want. I want to
Okay.
be somebody that can really help people out and make everybody's day better. And I
Okay.
just don't feel like I can do that at this job.
Okay. So, what if someone knocked on your door and you came to the door and the conversation went more like this? What product do they have you selling door to door?
Roofs.
Okay.
So we look for certain roofs that are damaged or a certain type that's known for having leaks and issues,
Okay,
and we
good.
try and get them a new one.
Okay, so let's say knock knock, I'm knocking on your door. Come to the door. How would you normally respond if you saw some space at the door that you didn't know? How would you normally respond?
Um,
What would
are,
you
are
say?
you asking as the sales position or just as a normal person?
You're the normal person. Someone knock knock knock, they knocked on your door. You come to the door, you're looking at them. What are you going to say next?
Well, normally I'll say, "Hi, how can I help you?" And then
Oh,
I'll listen to their sales pitch.
okay, let's hold on. Let's slow down. Let's just slow it down.
Okay.
So you say, "How can I help you?" And I would say, "Look, you and I obviously don't know each other. I'm representative of ABCD Roofing Company, and here's the thing: I'm not here to sell you anything. Right? We're looking to work with families and individuals who are looking to sell their home or perhaps recently purchased homes, and they want to make renovations and improvements. And my responsibility is to make sure everybody in this neighborhood knows that at some point in time, if that becomes a need, we want to be the company that you go to for those services. And hopefully that's okay. What would you say
Sounds
to
a
that?
lot better than what they gave me.
Okay, good. So what would you say to that? Just give me the gut reaction response to that. What would you say to something like that?
Honestly, if they were to walk up to me and talk to me like that, I'd probably give them the benefit of the doubt.
Okay. But what would you say?
Um, I guess I'd probably ask them um what exactly they were offering in that moment.
Okay. So we know that whenever someone's getting ready to sell a home or when somebody's looking to make renovations to a home, we know, Ellen, well, I don't know your name yet. So I would say we know that the most important repair that you can make on a home that determines everything, right, is going to be the roof. Besides your front porch, it's the first thing people look at. Also, if your roof is in disrepair, that means there could be leakage and damage to your basement. That means every single floor in your home could be in jeopardy, right? Not a good situation to live in, and not the ideal situation someone who's looking to buy your home will be looking for either. Well, what we do is we offer a number of different packages. Like I said, I'm not here to sell you, so I'm not about to go through some laundry list of all of our packages. But we offer different packages for people who are either looking to restore their roofs, looking to repair their roofs, or we also have a survey that you can fill out. And if you want to, you can get that information back to us. And you can tell us what type of concerns you have about your roof, or if there are other renovations and things you would like to get done for your home. Maybe we can connect you with other contractors that can help you out with that. Hopefully that sounds fair. So Ella, here's the thing. Um, my name's Jawan Buford, by the way. I know we've been talking for 2, 3 minutes. What's your name?
My name is voice is gone. My name is Ella.
Okay, fantastic, Ella. So here's the thing. Like I said, this is really just meant to be an introduction. If you want to have a further conversation, perhaps we can set up a time to have a 15-minute conversation about how we may be able to help you. But Ella, this is what I'm going to promise you. This is what I need you to promise me. After that 15-minute conversation, if you're interested in learning more, I'll be more than happy to give you a better idea in terms of how we can help you. But if you're not interested, guess what, Ella? That's okay. But you know what I'd be appreciative of? If you have other family members and friends who are either looking to buy a home or have bought a home or looking to sell their homes, that perhaps you'd be willing to make a referral or a warm introduction. And hopefully that sounds fair.
Okay.
Make sense? So
Mm-hmm.
look, here's my business card. It's going to be a QR code on here where you can go to my website and learn more about our roofing services and learn more about our company if that's what you want to do. Um, Look, I have a digital business card and I'm going to share with you as well. I want you to scan my digital business card. It'll have information about our company. And what you can do is you can scan this card and then if you want to have that follow-up conversation, send your information back to me, okay? Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right, fantastic. Look, Ella, I thank you so very much for your time. I look forward to the opportunity to have a conversation with you later on down the line. And I wish you an incredible day. Now, what if the person knocked on your door and did what I just did?
I would be much more open to the conversation that you just gave me than what they were training me to do.
Now, here's the thing. Both are sales. It's not sales that you're not comfortable with. It's the tactics that you're not comfortable with. Because here's the thing. When people say I don't like sales, when people say I'm not interested in sales, people say I don't do sales. Well, look, yeah, you do. Everyone does sales. It's just either you're doing the selling or you're being sold to. Everything that you're wearing, everything that you drink and consume, everything that you spend money on was sold to you. It was either sold to you via commercial, it was either sold to you with some type of sign saying this is what the product is and this is the pricing. And trust me, there was a lot of education and training that went into designing those things to catch your attention. Or somebody introduced you to something, whether you walk into a dealership or whether you walked in to buy some speakers from a store, you're participating in sales every single day of the week. It's just what side of the fence do you want to be on? And then more importantly, I personally believe sales is the transference of belief. People have to like, know, and trust you and believe that you're there to help them. And if we could show you how to sell in that way, isn't that something you'd be more comfortable with?
It definitely would be, yeah.
There it is. There it is. Right. Now, let's take, for instance, an event that I just attended, right, out in Ferndale. It was a networking event. And at the event, there were business owners sharing their stories about their businesses. And so when a business owner shares their story about their businesses, you have the opportunity to stand up and give them advice and feedback. So one business owner shared information about an app that she wants to introduce to the world that helps people track KPIs, but not for business, but in terms of mental and physical wellness. Interesting, right? What are the things you can do on a daily basis to make sure that you're physically more healthy and mentally or psychologically or even spiritually more healthy? And what are the things you're going to track? I thought that was fascinating. So I stood up there and I said, my name is Sean Buford. I'm a business development professional and entrepreneur. And I said, here's some feedback I would give. I said, mental health and wellness is a big deal in the entrepreneur community. As an entrepreneur, you are stressed out, you're constantly under pressure. And I don't believe in such thing as balance, but I do believe in priority. And in our organization, we talk about faith, family, finance, and health all day, every day. I said, you know what? If you adapted this app where people like me, who are constantly coaching and training individuals, could have some type of framework like that where they could look at every single day from their phone without me having to bark and helicopter them, but they could put together their own regimen for their own sense of mental wellness, their health, also, of course, track their sales, KPIs, and whether or not their business is moving forward to being profitable. I was like, that would be hot. And I smiled at her, shook my hand, and sat down. Now, she didn't feel like she was being sold to at all, did she?
Mm-mm.
You know she didn't. But I offered her a solution. Now, she doesn't know part of that solution is doing business with me, at least not yet. But she's open to doing business with me. And then after I sat down, after people gave their presentations, another young lady who was there walked up to me. She says, "What do you do?" And I said, "Well, I help business owners make better decisions legally, financially as well." And she says, "Okay, tell me more." And I said, "Well, is it fair to say all the business owners in here have pretty much the same issue? They're trying to be the CEO, CFO, CMO, CIO, and CTO." She said, "Yeah, including me." I said, "I know. I know what that's like. I've been there." And I said, "Well, what if these business owners could pick up the phone? And from now on, when they have business and legal questions, whether it's structuring their business properly, LLC, S Corp, or C Corp, whether they're thinking about investing in something, whether it be a simple IRA or a SEP or a 401k for their business, they want to know the rules and regulations. What if they could pick up the phone and get documents reviewed so they don't enter into bad agreements or get taken advantage of? And they knew they could pick up the phone and just not have to do it all by themselves anymore, not have to be a jack of all trades, but be able to delegate a lot of those questions and stress and responsibilities to professionals and actually help them. What do you think would happen if they knew this was available to them for about $2, $3 a day? Do you think that's something people would take an interest in? She
Mm.
says, yeah. And I said, well, that's what I do. Just give me your contact information. And we exchanged contact information. I'm going to follow up through tomorrow. Now, once again, does she feel like she's being sold?
Not really, no.
No, not at all. Here's the fascinating, the most entertaining part of it. Does she even know what company I represent? She has no idea. I'm just there to be a solutions provider. And I'm going to introduce that solution, which is our company, because we can help business owners do all those different things, including for itself. And then she'll have an opportunity to make an educated decision where she doesn't feel like she's being sold, but she feels like she's being educated.
Okay.
So I just gave you quote unquote sales 101 in our business. That's what we do. When I meet people, I never meet people going into it trying to make a sale. That's not the purpose. I go into every relationship, number one, looking to take a genuine interest in what people's concerns are, what the problems they're having, and provide solutions to it, right? And if they are looking to solve certain problems, if those certain problems are a priority of theirs, then we can go to the next step. which is then to sit down, because now you give me permission to share what it is that I do. So now you feel like you're being educated, as opposed to me kicking down your door, knocking your coffee cup over, or knocking on your door rudely and saying, "Hey, buy my stuff because it's so wonderful." Right? The goal is not to be um, interesting. The goal is to be interested in helping other people, and hopefully that kind of makes sense.
It does, yeah.
All right. So I'm done with the sales one-on-one class. Well, hopefully this gives you a proper framework in terms of, I think I can't do anything about the company because I'm sure when the company's saying you got to file this, you got to do, I can't do anything about them. But if they did give you the flexibility to do that, I would practice that approach as your door knock if you had the freedom to do that. But that's our approach here with PPL Legal Shield.